All right, Albert Lula, you're a rising star at Monsignor Farrell High School. Remind me, what weight did you wrestle this season?
I wrestled 116 this season. The past season, 2025 season, I wrestled 116.
116?
Yep.
And you're that tall.
I know. I get that a lot.
How are
Everybody
you
says that.
how are you making weight?
You know, I'm a little bit of a noodle, so I'm not much of a thick guy, so I get by a little bit, so I'm tall and skinny. But a little bit of cutting, eating right constantly helps out a lot. So I also have coaches who've done it before who can help me make a sweat in the room. So, I have a lot of different ways of getting it off, getting the weight off, but it works. Get it done.
Do you think that you're ever gonna grow? Like, what do you walk around in?
Honestly, I definitely did grow. I'm walking around like 130 right now. So I got freestyle states coming up. I'm trying to make 120 for that. If not, I'm going 126 and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been making the rounds. You wrestled at the Journeyman, you wrestled at Virginia Beach.
I did. I did a lot of good goes I got this season off season.
Why did you want to start off? How'd you even like decide to start wrestling anyway?
So before I started wrestling, I was very into jujitsu. I did a lot of that, and it's different, but at the same time, it also correlates considering they're both combat sports. Like they're both martial arts. So I would say jujitsu is really what set me down the path of going to wrestling.
Where'd you train jiu-jitsu at?
I trained at Team Real USA and SIBJJ. There's two spots. One's on Castleton Avenue. One's on Arthur Kill Road, not too far. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
both on
they,
Staten
they work
Island.
they work together a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. They've done some stuff together.
Do you still train with them like here and there? You have time?
Occasionally, but right now, since I'm in high school, I've been prioritizing wrestling because that's really what I need at the moment.
Now, what weight class did you start wrestling at, like freshman year?
Freshman year, I wrestled at 101.
How tall were you?
A lot taller than every other 101.
I don't,
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
how is it when you're wrestling them? Like they're lower to the ground, but once you sprawl, they can't do anything.
Yeah, so I tend to see people have harder time finishing shots, but it is easier for them to get in. So that's where I'm trying to learn how to funk and crotch lock defense and stuff like that because I feel like I really got to work on like I have to use my length to my advantage because a lot of the guys I wrestle are shorter and stronger and lower, but I have to find my strengths and their weaknesses. So I'm taller. I have to learn how to use my length, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
So now, was this past year your sophomore season?
it was. Yes,
So now you got a couple more years. So
I do. Two more.
you and Johnny B are gonna be like,
Me, Johnny, Cave. We got a bunch of guys that have been on your podcast, man.
yeah, yeah. But you guys are gonna kill it though in the next couple of years. Though. That's
It's the goal. I hope so.
actually speaking of Caden, he mentioned to me on the show that you made it to the state Catholic state finals last year.
I did. I did. I lost, but I made it.
How'd that go? Like what was your mindset being in the finals for the first time for a big tournament?
Liz, honestly, I was very nervous. My heart was pounding. I didn't really show it much, but definitely like deep down I was very nervous. I feel like looking back at it from like this perspective now that I'm older, more experienced, have another season under my belt, I feel like I could have wrestled that match better. If I went in with confidence and like telling myself I could do it, I would have definitely wrestled it better. But listen, man, live and learn, right? Can't go back to it. All I can do is train harder, try to win it again, try to get there again, but win next time. That's really it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
true. But your freshman year though, who'd you wrestle in the Catholic state finals?
Lucas Griffin. He goes
Oh
to
yeah,
Kiffin
yeah,
Chaminade. Yeah,
really good.
he's a good wrestler.
So then this season at Catholic States, you had a little hiccup in the semis. Want to talk about that match?
Yeah, I wrestled my teammate, very talented wrestler. He beat me. I'm not sure what the score was, but yeah, he beat me. Good wrestler, you know. I lost. Nothing I could do. Can't go back. I'll train harder.
Yeah, that kind of sucks wrestling your teammate.
It does. It's my
How many
weakness.
guys did Farrell enter into the Catholic State tournament?
Oh, we had so you get here's how it goes. You get 3 people that qualify for the city tournament, and then top 6 in the city tournament qualify for the state tournament, the Catholic state tournament. So we had a lot of qualifiers. We had 3 at most weight classes because most of our guys placed top 6. So we had a lot of guys going in. I mean that's part of why we won it. We had so many numbers. We had 3 placers at my weight. We had one placer or 108. Yeah, we had a lot of placers. We had a lot of guys going into it, so it helped us out a lot.
Okay, so that's great for like the team trophy, but that's like it's weird. So now
I
like
know.
what if like next season it's a bunch of foul versus foul matches at Catholic States and they only get to send one guy? That's kind of
You know, it happens. It really does happen. It's true. I mean, we oftentimes we have to end up facing our own guys. I mean, it's rough. It sucks, but it's the way it goes.
yeah. I see the PSAL has been doing that as well. Like so they'll go by each borough, Brooklyn, Queens, etc. And then
Hmm.
sometimes it'll be like Tottenville versus Tottenville or Brooklyn Tech versus Brooklyn Tech in the city finals. I'm like, whoa, this is
Yeah, I know. It's
back when
hard
I
to
was in
wrestle people you're always training with. It's
yeah,
like yeah.
especially if you're both like good. It's
Hmm.
like so. How do you feel about like the allocations? Like, do you think they should send more people? Should they keep up sending only one?
Honestly, oh, to this New York State tournament, I think we deserve 2. I mean, we've proved to be worthy. We had a state champion this year at I think 160 it was. We had a New York State champion at 160 Griffith Plant. We had many guys place. I mean, at one point we were winning the tournament on like numbers. We lost in the end, but we were winning at one point. You know, who else do we have place? We had my weight the kid plays Cullen. We had a lot of placers. I mean, I think we absolutely deserve 2 people. But you know, can't always get what you want. You got to work with what you have. And yeah, might just be like this forever. But obviously, I hope not. Hopefully, we start getting more guys.
What I heard back when I was in high school is that they stopped doing that because the PSAL used to do that. That's where I'm from. But they stopped doing that because whoever would take second would usually draw like the number one seed and just get smoked. So they thought like it was like a waste of whatever it takes to send
Yeah,
people up there. So they stopped doing it.
that's what they did for PSAL.
Yeah, before I got in high school though, like right when I got in is when they ended it. So
Oh, that sucks. Honestly, why they do it for us, why we only get one, I'm not too sure. I don't want to lie. I don't want to tell you because I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I know we've always got one. I don't think we ever had 2 since like CHSSA section has started. We didn't even get like we weren't even considered like we were invited to the state tournament, but we weren't really I don't know how to explain it what the proper words are. We were invited, but like as a guest, we weren't actually invited to compete. So our guys wrestled there, but they'd make this was years back. They'd make our winners step off the podium. Like it was bad.
yeah,
But
same thing with the PSL. I remember the state finals in 2017. It was Brandon Nunez against Terry Adams,
mhm.
and they made Brandon step off the podium, and then I guess they had to make Terry step off too. So whoever took
Yeah,
third was the state champ, which made no sense.
I know. I know. It really did make no sense. I mean, you got guys working hard, training years upon years, hours upon hours. So like it's like a lifelong that's a moment you never forget winning a state title and it gets stripped from you. That's terrible. But yeah, I'm glad. Did they get rid of your PSAL? Because I know for CHSSA you can win now.
Yeah, they got rid of it. Yeah,
Good. That's very important that that's gone.
but Jimmy and Brandon still. I haven't talked to Terry about it, but Jimmy and Brandon, Jimmy Ryan, they're still like a little upset about it.
Of course, but everybody knows like really though who's the state champion? It's them. Your guy Brandon. Terry's really the state champion. Jimmy's really the state champion. We all know it. So do the people that are technically the state champions. They know they didn't really win the tournament. So the people's champ, I would say. That's what they
It's
are.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, the People's Chef,
Mhm.
yeah. So, Catholic states, man, no one from Farrell was able to qualify. How do you think, like, if Brendan and Steve would have won, how do you think they would have done at states?
I think they would have done great. They're my teammates, I would never say they would do bad. I think they would have done great. You know, Stevie, Brennan, a lot of our guys have beaten high level people. I think we would excel in the state tournament for sure.
You ever got to roll around with Steve?
Of course, all the time.
How
Roll
is he
around
so
with Steve.
fast?
He is fast. He's slick. That's what he is. He's smooth, slick. Flows good. Like he's a good wrestler. Absolutely.
How do you get that speed? Like, how do you do it? Maybe I have to ask him, but
Yeah, but Steve's a hard worker. Got to give it to him. He drills hard, stands motion. So I mean, there's only so many ways you could get good, and Steve checks the boxes, so helps him get better.
true, true. So who do you usually drill with in there? Because you are small, but then you're tall, which is weird.
Yeah. So a lot of times, we got to thank God we got a lot of good guys at my weight, so I have plenty of choices, partners to work with. So I was working with Caden back then, but Caden, I'm getting a little too big for Caden. It's just how it goes. I work with Brennan. I work with Steve, of course. I work with my friend Frankie. He never was on the podcast, but Frankie, Jake. We got a lot of good guys, man, at around my weight. So always plenty of people I work with. Change it up. Cam Noya, Caden's brother. A lot of people, man. It's great.
You ever roll around with sights?
Sights one time ever.
How'd
I
it go?
did. For me or for him?
Or just in general, like how'd it feel going? Not like who won or
Oh, you freaking smoked me, but I guess I learned from it. He has really good defense. It's very hard to get to his legs. Excellent coach, excellent defense. He's a great wrestler. I got to give it to him. So yeah, I couldn't even get to his legs, but you could definitely see why he was able to compete at such a high level. He moves good. The way he hand fights is good. He's very good at maintaining head positioning, like not letting you in. So yeah, definitely, I have a lot to learn from wrestling with him all the time.
he never like favored his shoulder at all? Because I
What?
remember he had like shoulder problems and stuff.
Oh,
That's
he
why.
did, he did. But I think he got surgery for it back then. But he's doing better now. I don't hear he doesn't bring it up injured hurting. Like he doesn't say it hurts a lot, so I think he's feeling better. I don't think it affects him to this day.
Nice, nice. So now another thing about Catholic states, I talked with Dan Adams about this years ago. You have to win or place at Catholic cities, whatever you place at. You have to go to Catholic states. You have to win Catholic states to get to the regular state tournament. You have to go
I
through
know.
that whole thing to actually become a state champ.
I know. You got to win a lot to even get to the state tournament. It's crazy. I mean, we definitely have a hard section and PSAL too. You guys only get one per weight to go to the
Yeah,
state tournament?
yeah, one per week.
Yeah, so they treat us pretty much the same. I mean, I don't know why they make it harder for us, but yeah, I totally agree. Like we got to go through a lot of stuff to qualify for the state tournament. I definitely agree with you and Dan.
How do you think it would be if Catholic states didn't exist? Like if you just, what kind of, like if they called it something else?
Like if they made it a section, like let's just
Yeah,
say,
yeah, because they
you
call it
know,
Catholic states, but
I wonder if they would treat us the same way, but if we were like a section and hopefully they'd give us two qualifiers per weight. I mean, I'd love that. I'd change from Catholic states. I'd become a section for two qualifiers. Like, what's the big deal? I mean, we get more guys to the state tournament now. Just helps us. So, yeah, I'd be happy. I don't care as long as we get more guys.
you know what they do for the private schools? Some of them
What?
have a
They put them in the what is it?
Division two
The what?
state. They have a choice if they want to go to prep nationals or Division two
Yeah.
states.
Yep.
So the
That's what they do.
teams, yeah. So the teams that know that they don't, it might sound offensive, but the teams that know that they don't have guys that can compete at prep nationals, they have to
They
be
just
honest
send
with
them.
themselves. Those go to states. Yeah,
Mm.
you guys, CHS, Catholics, they keep it at a Division one. So
Yeah. No, I heard about the prep stuff. Yeah, I know that's what they do. They put them in the state tournament or the prep tournament. I heard that before.
I think that's a pretty cool option.
Oh yeah, it's cool to have the option. Definitely cool. There's a lot of good guys in prep schools. You get really good matches, really good tournaments from them. A lot of talented wrestlers. So there's no wrong choice. But yeah, you got to pick what you do best at, I guess.
Now, speaking of that, talk about Mayor's Cup this year.
hmm So actually, for Mayor's Cup, I didn't wrestle at 116. I wrestled 124. I got a good go in. I wrestled a lot of good guys there. I got fourth place. I lost my third place match, close match, but I lost 3-2 or something. Good kid. Um, you know, I learned a lot from that tournament because I wrestled guys where I was able to beat them without an issue, but I wrestled guys that were able to beat me without an issue. So I learned from that, and I wrestled close matches. So I really I got to dip my feet in a little bit of everything. I mean, it was nice. I learned a lot from that tournament.
Yeah, Mayor's Cup's always fun.
Mm,
The
it,
location was a little questionable this time around.
the what? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was at
having it all the way.
Petrini's.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I know. You saw
It's
it. Were
like
you there last year, Mayor's Cup? They canceled it.
I wasn't there, but I know that they
You
canceled it.
heard the
Yeah,
stories. It was
yeah.
crazy, bro. Woke up super early, got there, weighed in, and then I guess it was too cold. I don't know what happened. I still hear mixed things, rumors about it,
There's
but
a pipe that like broke, so they couldn't control the heat, and it's in
yeah.
like the the coldest part of the winter in January,
Oh,
so it
yeah,
got
it was
really cold in
freezing there.
there.
I remember.
But
Yeah,
I could tell you though, one time during college, I was wrestling college. Coach looked at the mats and he like had us step on them and roll around on them a little bit, like forward rolls and stuff, and they were like way
yeah,
too cold. So we had us do an outside workout, like impromptu kind of thing. So I kind of get it. The mats are too hard. You get taken down or whatever. You're more
yeah.
likely to get hurt.
Injuries could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good that you guys were able to get it back. Don't know why they changed the name.
Mm. Oh, yeah, they changed the name. It's like Donald Douglas now. I should have the shirt on.
Who is Donald Duck? I still want to know who that guy is.
What does he have to do with wrestling?
I thought it was because the mayor was in a bit of trouble. Maybe that's why they changed the name.
Oh, that
But
could have been it.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, who knows? I
Yeah,
don't even know
exactly.
what's going on with these politics. I'm so clueless.
But they had it on flow this time, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, that makes everything so much easier. Makes the tournament go way smoother. Yeah.
What you guys used for brackets before, like to check the brackets and stuff.
Honestly, I never competed at the Mayor's Cup because last year they canceled it.
That's right.
But
Yeah,
sometimes they use track wrestling. They have brackets, but a lot of times you're like staring at a TV looking for your name, like you know, like for
yeah,
other tournaments. There's a million people crowded in front of one TV. It's very easy to miss, and it sucks if you miss your match. I mean, never happened to me, but I can only imagine. I'm sure it happens all the time.
yeah. I've watched it happen. Yeah, it must have
Yeah,
been the worst thing in the world.
it's such a letdown.
Yeah. So now after Mayor's Cup, Catholic States happens. We talked about that. So now
Mhm.
talk about Virginia Beach.
So I would say I had a big step up from last year where I went 0-2 at Virginia Beach. I feel like from the end of the season to the start of Virginia Beach, I had a lot of improvement. I learned a lot because when the off season happens, a lot of people stop coming to practice and you get a lot of personal work from your coach. So it really helped me a lot. And I ended up going 2-2 this year at Virginia Beach. I wrestled good people. One of my matches I won by tech, and the other match I won 6-5. Crazy match, super interesting. So I would say it was a big step up this year from last year, and yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the 2-2 because it shows progress. My goal is to place next year, All American.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Mm.
But during the tournament, so I know it's in like this big arena. Did you
Yeah.
have to go from one side to the other?
So, they got it pretty down packed. It's pretty organized there. They did the freshmen and the sophomores at 8 a.m. So we started wrestling at 8 a.m. and they have two big sections. So the freshmen were on this section, the sophomores were on this section. So I would say it was pretty organized, and they got a million mats there. So your match comes quick. Um, so I wasn't. It was smooth. It went smooth. I had no issues finding where I was wrestling when I was wrestling. It went well.
Did you see Tristan Levin there?
I saw a couple of PSAL guys. I saw him. I saw Craig Sampson. I think he was there. I'm pretty sure I saw him. I saw Rob McGlynn, Craig Monda. Yeah, I saw a few PSAL guys. So yeah.
I saw a video of Tristan, one of his matches. He almost fought the kid after.
Oh, really? I didn't watch any of his matches because he's a junior, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I didn't see his matches because I was out of there by 10. He starts at 12, the juniors and the seniors. So yeah, I didn't see any of his matches, but that's crazy. I didn't know about that.
yeah. He told me exactly what happened though. So he beat the guy 10-0,
Hmm.
and the guy was talking crazy to him, and then like he brushed his face by after the match, and then
Oh,
they shook hands or whatever, and then as the kids walked to his coach, Tristan like pressed him.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Nobody wants to get arguments, but stuff like that happens. I mean, it's wrestling. It's a personal sport. It's just you and another person. Stuff like this happens. It sucks, but it happens.
Now talk about the Journeyman tournament because that's a big one. Journeyman
Yeah.
Classic.
So freestyle is definitely not my strong suit. I can say that, but I do it because I know it's gonna help me, and I know it's you got to trust the process with it. I mean, it teaches you proper positioning, and it punches you for improper position. So I had a rough go that weekend. I went 1-4. No, yeah, 1-4, 1-4. But I wrestled a lot of good kids. I wrestled state finalist from New York. I wrestled um Wyoming seminary kid and two other kids. I think one was from Jersey and I forgot the other kid. But I ended up beating some kid. I'm not sure who he was. I pinned him. It was a good match. We were going at it before that, but you know, freestyle's not my strong suit, but I'm working on it. I'm going to Freestyle States. Got it coming up in 6 days. So yeah, Journeyman, it's a great tournament. I mean, you see a lot of good guys there. There's like plenty of state champions. I mean, you got people coming from other countries. It's really a great tournament. Very competitive.
Yeah, where was the hell at?
It was upstate in Schenectady.
Okay, by Albany. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 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 some wood complex. Pretty nice place, pretty big place.
It's crazy how they got people from other countries to come
I
in.
know, like Kyrgyzstan, Argentina, like Russia. It's crazy.
Hey, anyone from Albania?
Oh, I didn't see anybody. No, I didn't see any Albanians. None of my brothers, long lost brothers, none of them.
Doubt of it. Wouldn't that be something though? You just
I
stand across
know.
from
I'm not sure. I don't think wrestling's too big out there.
Really?
I think there is wrestling, but not as much as like you see some of these like Russian countries and stuff. It's definitely way more popular there.
Oh, something funny that Tristan Levin likes to do.
Mm,
So his parents are from the Ukraine. He's
yeah.
not. He's from Staten Island. But what he'll do
Mhm.
is in these off-season tournaments, he'll wear a Ukrainian singlet to try and
Oh,
scare everybody.
to make it look like he's from there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny. So you're representing your country and it's a cool singlet.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, represent your country. Yeah,
Mm, was yeah.
it's a cool singlet though.
Mm, absolutely.
So the German Classic, I watch your matches, I watch Caden's matches to get to see everyone.
Mm.
And that last match you had, I saw Sights was getting like a little like antsy and all that, and then all of a sudden you just pinned him at the last second.
Yeah, I know. Because I had him on his back for like 12 seconds, but I wasn't sticking him. So Scythe was like, stick him, stick him. It's like he saw like he was like, wait, why is he not pinning him? So I eventually I get the pin off, but he definitely got antsy because like he was scared I wasn't gonna stick him. So I don't blame him. I mean, the win's. It's like the kid handed me the win, and I'm not gonna take that opportunity. I mean, yeah. So he was just making sure I got it. Plus, a long day. We had a lot of guys do good, but we had a lot of guys have rough goes. So I'm sure his emotions were all over the place, learning a lot, seeing what he has to work on, what we have to work on, and yeah.
Now, who'd you guys like wrestle with? Because I saw like the categorizations like to find Caden's matches. He had like a weird team that he was a part of, and then you were like
Yeah,
somewhere else, Johnny.
I wrestled under Farrell. I'm not sure if Caden wrestled under his club or something, but the way they do that tournament is like they create pools, like A pool, B pool, D pool, C pool, and let's just say you win your pool. So you would wrestle the winners of the B, C, and D pool. And if you get third in your pool, you'd wrestle the third place people of your B, C, D, and pool, of the other pools. So that's how they did it for that tournament. And yeah.
So Caden took second, I guess.
He took second. I think, yeah, second he took.
It wasn't like a traditional bracket. That's what I'm saying. Like I guess 'cause,
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't a traditional bracket. It was very different.
yeah, it's kind
But
of
he did
big.
good that tournament.
How was
He
like
did good.
making weight for that tournament though? Did they do it in kilos or pounds?
Oh, no, we weighed in pounds. Scale didn't say wasn't kilos, so I wrestled 126 and made weight. Didn't cut much for it. Um, so yeah, it went well. The weight cut.
How did the United States do as a country? Did like we win it as a country? Or?
I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I'm sure we did because although there's other countries coming here, overall we still have the most people coming because it's in America. So we definitely had strength in numbers, but I'm not sure exactly what country won it. If they did it like that, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
But I
So
know they had a dual meet the day before. I'm pretty sure, right? Didn't they? I think they
yes,
had
yeah,
something like that. I'm
yeah,
not sure
German
who won it.
duels.
Yeah, Journeyman duels. I didn't watch it. I wasn't there.
Uh, who like gets to go to that? Like who chooses that?
I think Journeyman has to invite you personally to it. Like you can't just show up and wrestle there. I think you have to be invited to it. They pick the guys, and yeah, it's probably pick best guys out of for America to represent.
Now, how do you feel about tournaments where you have to be invited to versus tournaments where you could just show up at?
Of course, there's a lot of tournaments like Fargo where you just want to go and wrestle, get a lot of good goes in. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. That's just the way it is. I mean, I understand it totally. You gotta earn it, right? So I feel fine about it. I respect it. People work hard to get to those places, so I respect it. I don't question the system of who they let go to where. I respect it. That's really it.
Now, in terms of those that place at these tournaments, would you like say that the tournaments where you have to qualify for via a different tournament or you get invited to are like higher tier than like Virginia Beach, Fargo, to where like anyone could wrestle? So like you could wrestle like five bums and get into the blood round, and then that's when your tournament really starts. That kind of thing.
Oh, you're talking about tournaments like that?
Yeah,
How do
like
I feel
competitive.
about those?
Yeah.
Honestly, I rather have like good goes throughout. I don't really like wrestling bums because you don't learn from that. But that happens in some tournaments. The competition gets thick later in the tournament, but you know, like Virginia Beach, you could get an All American your first round. I mean, there's really no saying because the seeding there they make some seeding, but they're not really seeding every single person there accurately, and it can really go. It's whoever you get, but I definitely feel like some tournaments, like I agree on you with that, like get thicker later throughout the tournament, like thicker competition.
Yeah, it gets
Mm,
harder.
mm,
Cadet, junior, senior.
mm,
It's like a big jump all the time. So now,
mm.
freestyle states, did you have to wrestle at a qualifying tournament for it? They changed that.
They changed it this year. You can sign up now, but it didn't really take much to qualify for it. Like I did the Patrides tournament. They had it last year. They got rid of it now, but I did that, and that just qualified you for it. It was just one tournament, so they didn't make it hard to qualify for. As long as you had some prior freestyle experience, you were able to go. But yeah, they got rid of it completely this year.
Dang, that sucks.
Mhm.
Fun fact though, I actually lost like every freestyle and Greco match I had until states my senior year.
Honestly, man, like
It's a different ballgame.
it is completely different bowl game. I mean, totally different style of wrestling. It's crazy.
Did you learn like key locks and things from like underhooks and stuff?
Yeah, I live in Key Lock. I actually started up a TikTok where I'm gonna try to start showing wrestling moves. I actually showed a throw from a key lock when you get it right here. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that. You
yeah,
were
I saw
dead.
you like this guy. I followed you. I
Uh,
remember. So yeah,
kind of slipped
work.
up when you were showing the technique.
Yeah, I almost slipped off once. I forgot the key lock for a second, but I got it. Got it at the end. Worked out.
I got hit with that though before. It was at Petrides. Yeah, like once someone gets your arm like that, like it's
Oh
not
yeah,
what you
some
can do.
people are really good with controlling the arms. You gotta like look out for that. A lot of people are good at arm drags, arm throws, all that kind of stuff. Especially at the higher level, you see a lot more of the Russian tie work, the the elbow passes. You see a lot more of that when competing in big tournaments.
Or for Jordan Burroughs, all you need is a double leg.
That's all he needs, bro. Wins an Olympic title with it.
Yeah. So now, speaking of all that though, at that freestyle state qualifier, is that where you got your black eye?
Oh no, that was at Journeyman.
As a journeyman, oh, what happened?
That was at Journeyman. I was wrestling and the kid clubbed me in the head, and I was alone in my stance. I ended up hitting my own knee. So my eye hit my own knee. It was I think it was my left eye, and then it just hurt for a second, and then it really swelled up like after the match. The next day, that's when it really got big. But yeah, the heat of the moment, it hurt for a second, and then it's right back to wrestling.
Right, right. I can still see it actually. It's still
Yeah, a
like,
little bit.
yeah,
Still there a little bit.
it's healing though.
Yeah.
So now with the TikTok account you got, it's Tax Style Wrestling, right?
Yeah, it's
Attack
Attack
Wrestling.
Wrestling USA.
Okay. And then you
A
spelled
T
attack.
T A
Yeah.
T T C K Wrestling, and then just USA.
So now what do you plan to do with that?
So I see a lot of guys like companies like Takedown Wrestling, of course. Like I see like these companies, and it motivates me because people are making money off of doing what they love, and I would love to start something like that. Because let's just say I get a lucky TikTok, and then I get 10,000 followers out of nowhere. Like it all starts with hard work and a little bit of luck. So I get that little bit of luck, and then I just start, for example, like selling T-shirts, for example, and a lot of people start buying them. I feel like I can make money off of doing stuff I really enjoy. And who knows? I just started. I might give up tomorrow, but I don't think I will. But I just started, so we'll see how it goes. And I just want to. I would love to do something with it, with wrestling, because it's something I enjoy. And if I can make money doing something and I enjoy, I mean, there's nothing better than that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. You know Bugsy? Follow him?
Muggsy Bogues, of course. Ah,
So
that's
right
the
there.
basketball player. I mean, Muggsy Boljunk. Muggsy Boljunk, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yes,
like
the wrestler. The
he's not
wrestler.
like this phenom wrestler. He doesn't have accolades, but he's more famous than a lot of those guys that
I
do.
know.
So
I think people like that are great for the sport, like him, Caden Henschel, because they make people want to wrestle, and I respect that. They bring people to the sport.
well, Caden stole some exercise moves from somebody else.
From Muggsy?
No, from Knee Pick Jesus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Meyer Shapiro actually posted about it. Yeah, in a story once. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. It's
Sometimes
crazy.
people take things from other people to add content. That happens.
Yeah, it happens, unfortunately. But
So make
yeah,
sure whatever you do, though, no one does it like you do it. So it's kind of
I
like
know
they
you
can't
got to have
steal
your
it.
own personal touch. That's totally true.
Exactly. And that's what Muggsy has.
hmm He does the thing where he wears two different shoes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a personal thing that he does.
And the
Yeah,
outfits that he wears.
yeah, he wears like the bandana while he wrestles the flannel.
Yeah.
I see that definitely. He creates his own style. That's good.
So now you're going into freestyle states. You got 6 days.
hmm
What's your mind looking like?
Nervous, of course, but confident. I'm training for it. I know I'm training hard for it, training with the right people. And yeah, so just gotta go in and wrestle, right? That's really all it comes down to. I'm not gonna doubt myself, cut my weight, wrestle hard, and have fun. At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying and loving what you do. So wrestle hard, have fun, and just not stress myself out over it. It's really all it comes down to for me.
Yeah, seems like you got the right mindset, Albert. Ready to
Thank you,
go.
thank you. I'm ready.
So good luck at Freestyle States. Good
Thank
luck
you,
at
thank you.
Greco if you decide to do that too.
All right, thank you.
I hope to see you at Fargo.
I would love to be there, man. I really would.
Make
The
it happen.
goal. Thank you, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me, Mr. Grit. I'll see you, all right?
Of course.
Take care of yourself.